Hey everyone, it's Age of Sigmar time again. So we've got a Nighthaunt incursion into a Sigmarite storm vault. So the Celestial Vindicators have breached the chamber and are going to rid these halls of this Nighthaunt undead scum. Yo, we're back. Rich.
Hello, I'm Chewy, Michael.
He's back. Our last game was to the wire, and that took us how long, Michael?
Nah, that was our accountant.
Our last game was now. Now, Michael, have you brought?
Brought my Nighthaunt this time.
How are you feeling about that?
I don't want to play.
I was going to make Michael dress up in a ghost costume for the intro as well, but I just didn't have time to go to the shop and buy a white sheet, and all my white sheets are covered in skiddies, so we're not using them. So I'm going to be using my Stormcast Eternals, led by Yndrasta. So hopefully Michael remembers his rules, and we have a good game. Let's show off our lists. This is my 1100 points of Stormcast Eternals. It's 1100 points just because Michael had changed the unit out at the end for another different unit, so I said, oh, why don't we just play 1100 points and put both units in? So, because of that, I added an extra character. So, my Stormcast, I'm going to be using the Scions of the Storm, so we can come down in our lightning bolts like 4. Got Yndrasta as my general, and I'll go over the enhancements, the command traits that I've got, and my holy command is the only one anyone ever uses, Call to Aid, so I can bring back one of my Liberator units if they get destroyed, as long as I've got a command point. So I'll go over the units now. General for my army is Yndrasta, the Celestial Spear. I've done a few slight conversions to her model. She has a shield instead of a spear and a sword. I just like the idea of having using a spear all the time, and I chopped those big spikes off where her hips, thighs are, because I just didn't like them, and I give her a bit of a banner on her spear as well. She's got rules for nerfing monsters, which I don't think will come up in this game, but she does have an amazing rule that she returns a slain model to Stormcast units within 12 inches of her, all of them. So if you've got 4 units that have lost a model near her, every unit will gain a model back just by her being here and her awesomeness. All my Stormcast have blue glowing eyes, but because Yndrasta is the Celestial Spear and she's the prime huntress, so I imagine she does a lot in the realm of Gur. I painted her eyes with an amber glow instead, so her eyes are glowing amber. She's going to be my general. Now this is Beric the Indomitable. He's a limited edition model that they released, and I just think he looks amazing. So I never use him as a Liberator, I always use him as a different character. So in this game he's going to be a Knight Questor with the Hammer of Might relic. So if he rolls a 6-2 wound, he'll cause double damage, and because he's a Knight Questor, if he rolls a 6 to hit, he'll cause 2 mortal wounds. So he should hopefully be dishing out the damage with that great big gold hammer of his. This is the Far Striders, so they're one of the Underworld warbands. So it's 3 Stormcast with crossbows, what they called Vanguard. I think they're from the Vanguard chamber. They can disappear off the board and reappear near board edge once per game. When they shoot, they also send off the Star Falcon to go peck someone's eyes out. So they're a handy unit, they're only cheap. Speaking of handy, cheap units, we've got another Underworld warband. We've got Steelheart's Champions, so it's 3 Liberators. They've got Oberyn with his big air damage free hammer. Then you've got, what is her name? I can't remember. But she, I think it's like Angerband or something like that. Anyway, so she boosts the unit save if you get charged, and then Steelheart's got more attacks than your regular Liberator with his great sword. So there's a handy unit, cheap again. Let's go along. We've got 3 Annihilators. They'll be dropping in. When they drop in from the skies, the lightning, they'll zap people nearby them when they do it, and then they can also zap you with lightning when they charge in. The further they run, the more energy they build up and the more damage they'll cause. and they've got a 2+ armour save, so they're absolute tanks. I've got 2 units of Liberators, most of them dual wielding, going akimbo with hammers, and then they've got a great weapon each in the squads as well. So you've got a great hammer and you've got a great sword in the unit. They've got Lay Low the Tyrant as their special ability. At the end of the fight phase, they'll potentially cause mortal wounds to whoever they're fighting. Steelheart's champions have that as well, actually, now that I think about it. Nice, cheap units, and I need to take my battle line. And you've got to have a unit of Celestial Vindicators with the swords, because the Celestial Vindicators worship an entity which is all about blades, created by the Rune Fangs from the old world, I believe. Then my last unit is a unit of Retributors, who are these are the elite tanks of the army. They cause mortal, it's very similar to the Knight Questor, so it should be easier for me to remember. When they roll a 6 to hit with their Grand Hammers, they cause 2 mortal wounds. Attack sequence ends, same as the Knight Questor. And then they've got a Soul Star Mace, which is big fella here. That thing doesn't actually attack like normal weapons do in Age of Sigmar. It just rolls a dice, and as long as you roll a 2+, he causes mortal wounds to whoever he's fighting. So that is my army. I do quite like the reflection of the Nighthaunt with the Stormcast. The Stormcast, as they die, they basically become a Stormcast, and then whichever storm host to go to is sort of dependent on that person's personality. Or so the Celestial Vindicators, who these are in the blue armour with the white, they are filled with hatred towards chaos when they died. So they hate chaos. In fact, Celestial Vindicators are so angry all of the time because of this. They have to sing. So Celestial Vindicators sing during battle because they can't concentrate unless they do it. So they sing battle hymns all the time to try and focus up. And then you've got Nighthaunt, who are basically the complete opposite. They're people who are pure evil, and depending on depending on what they did during their life, that determines what sort of Nighthaunt they'll become. Whether they'll be, the hangman or the drowner, it depends on what they did as a mortal will determine what sort of Nighthaunt they become in death. Right then, this isn't the old world, so I'm sorry for the jump scare. Michael's just put his Nighthaunt army on some fancy movement trays. So, Michael, this is 1100 points of Nighthaunt, yes?
Yep.
Right, so we'll go over just what the rules are for Nighthaunt and then your sub-faction.
Yep. So Nighthaunt, if they're within 3 inches of an enemy unit, that unit is petrified. Just means you can't use a command point to auto-pass Battle Shock.
Yep.
So you have to roll. Then every unit in the army has a 6+ ward.
Okay, yep. And then what is your sub-faction?
So I went with the Emerald Host. Just means to start the battle, I can pick D3+1 enemy units on the board, and at the end of every turn or battle round, I can cause D3 mortals on a 2+.
As I just waste away, yeah. Actually, I'll mention mine while I'm on here. Mine is the Celestial Vindicators, and that rule again is I have an extra command ability I can do where I can put exploding 6s on a unit in combat. So we'll go over your units now, mate, and we'll start with your general. Right then, so this is your general. Who is this cheeky looking chap?
General's a Guardian of Souls. He's my only spellcaster.
Okay.
Did give him his spell Shade Mist, casting 6, gives the enemy unit -1 to wound. Probably won't get used because he has his own spell where you can heal up to D6 to a friendly unit.
Wow.
Then he's got his artifact, Pendant of the Wind, gives all enemy units within 3 inches -1 to their wound rolls, just to try and protect people.
Yeah.
That's about as good as he's getting.
Yeah, so that's everything for him, yeah?
Yep.
And he's part of a battalion that gains you an extra relic, yes?
Yep.
Right, sweet, we'll go to your next character. Okay, so who's this spooky boy?
It's my main guy I'm hoping to get some damage out with. He's the Knight of Shroud on his steed. because of the battalion I picked, I got an extra enhancement. So I've given him the Slitter. Just means any enemy unit I'm within 1 inch of, I can pick a model in that unit. If I roll over the wounds, he's dead.
Okay, I don't like the sound of that.
And his command trait I've give him is Hatred of the Living. I can re-roll all my attack, hit and wound rolls.
Yeah, well, I feel you there, mate. I feel you there. So, who are these terrifying-looking fellas?
So your guy in the middle, that's my Spirit of Torment. Only reason he's here is end of every combat phase, he can bring up to 3, heal or bring 3 models back.
Alright, sweet.
But the guys next to him are my Chain Gas. As long as he is on the board, they can give units wholly within 12 a +1 to the hit rolls.
Right.
But once he dies, their ability disappears.
Right, okay. So that's them two, yeah?
Yep.
Right then, who's this ominous looking group here?
These are bog standard cannon fodder, just to go around the board, just annoy people. Chain Grass, only benefit they get is to add 1 to the wound rolls if they charge.
Ooh. Okay, who are these floaty boys?
Slightly better unit, battle line unit of Grimgrass Reapers. 2-inch range, hard behind some things, get some attacks out.
Yep.
Add 1 to the attacks if the enemy unit is farther back.
So that's not going to apply in this game at all.
Yay.
Ooh. Okay, last group of spooky chaps.
These are what you call my elite unit. Blade Guys Revenants. Decent at attacking. Add 1 to the attacks if they charge.
Alright, cool. Ooh. Okay, the mission we are playing, or battle plan if you like, is called Every Step is Forward, which I like to imagine is that's because the Stormcast ain't going to give up this Storm Vault. It's got a weird territory set up, so it's a bit of a zigzag, and you've got your standard mission rules for capturing, for scoring. Hold 1 objective, you score a point. Hold 2 objectives, you score 2 points. Hold more objectives than your opponent, you score a point. And then if you do your battle tactic, you score 2 points. So I'll go over the deployments and the battlefield. So like I say, I've set up the internals of a Storm Vault, and the objectives are, there's one here on this Storm Vault, there's one here next to this Griffhound statue, there's another one on this, and then there's one either side flanking this Storm Vault with the green flames. And then I've deployed in reserve, I've put my Annihilators and my Retributors are both up in the skies. They're going to deep strike in with lightning. This flank's got the 5 Liberators with twin swords and Beric the Indomitable, the Questor. Then over in the centre we've got Steelheart's Champions, and we've got Yndrasta, right bank centre. Behind her is more Liberators with the Akimbo Hammers, and then busting through the entrance over here is the Far Striders with the Starhawk. Now, Michael, you've also put a unit in reserve, yes?
Yep, I've got unit 20 Chain Grass.
They're going to deep strike in, are they?
Yep.
Right, okay. And then you've got a bit of a block going on, you haven't really spread out, have you? You've gone in the bang centre. I take it that's because you want to focus on your healing.
Sadly, to get buffs, I have to stick together.
Ghosty boys stick together, eh? Right then, mate, we'll see what's happening in turn 1.
So why I'm doing it.
Yeah, Michael, explain to us what you're doing.
So because I pick Emerald Host, beginning the combat, or beginning the game, I get to do roll a dice, D3 plus 1, that's how many units I get to pick to shot more wounds at the end of every round. So I get to pick 4 units.
So we're going to put, I've got these little Shadespire dice, so we're going to put these next to the model so you know who's got, who's wasting away real quick. Okay, so Michael's put his 4 debuffs down, so he's put Beric, the Liberators, Steelheart's Champions and Yndrasta are all going to be wasting away as the game goes on. I don't like the looks of that. and Michael's elected for me to take the first turn, so I'll come back once I've done my command phase stuff. Okay, so Stormcast Eternals turn 1, I've got 2 command points because I'm going first and my general's on the board. And my battle tactic, I've picked Surround and Destroy. That's get units near board edges, so I've got a plan for that. So all I need to do is my heroic action. I'm going to try and generate a command point with Yndrasta, because she is vital to doing this battle tactic. So 4+. No, she doesn't get it. I'm going to have to use one of my main command points. Are you doing the same, Michael?
I'll try the same for Night Shrouds.
No, he does not either. Okay, that's me pretty much done. I've got no shooting, there's no charges for me. I've scored the full 5 this turn. I've did my battle tactic, I'll go over why. So, my Fast Riders, they use their once per game Astral Compass, where they can reappear anywhere they want on a board edge, any board edge they pick. So, they've went and secured me this board edge here. This unit of Liberators are scoring me this board edge and that objective. Beric has moved a little bit further forward. Steel Helm and his champions have secured me this objective. I have took all the objectives actually, because I brought down my Retributors, who've basically deployed on this Storm Vault as a defensive manoeuvre. Then we've got the Liberators secured me this objective, if I run onto that, and then I spent a command point so Yndrasta could move the full 6 on her run / fly, and she got me that table quarter over there, table edge. So that's the full 5 for the mission. Well, one thing I'll mention in this mission, it's got a special rule that if you retreat, you don't count as anything for capturing objectives, and if you charge, you count as 1 extra when you're trying to work out who has control over objectives. So units that charge will gain benefits, and that is massive for Nighthaunt, because all of their benefits pretty much come when they charge. So my Stormcast, I think, need to brace themselves for Michael's retaliation here. Okay, so Michael's turn 1 with his Nighthaunt. He's got 4 CP, that's his grand strategy, we'll go over that later. And he's picked Magical Dominance for his battle tactic, which is cast a spell and not have it be unbound. So I don't have any wizards, so I think for heroic action one of my wizards is going to have to try and, one of my heroes is going to have to try and resist it that way. So I don't even know if I'm going to be in range. But that's the plan, isn't it, Michael? Yeah? So who's trying to cast a spell? Which one's your spellcaster?
Guardian of Souls.
The Guardian of Souls. Okay, what spell is he going to cast, mate?
He's going to try Shade Mist.
He's going to try to cast Shade Mist, Well, obviously my heroic action is going to have to be to try and resist. I'll probably have to pick Beric over there, because he's probably the closest. But because this is the new General's Handbook, we get to roll for the primal dice, so I'll come back in a second. We've got to roll for the primal dice that are blown about this in this season, so 4+, we get a dice. Yep, so we both get 2 extra dice to use for unbinding and casting, but they can make casting more dangerous, so we'll see what happens there. First up, Night Shrouds casting his funky spell.
Yep.
Take it away.
Cast on a 6.
So are you going to use a primal dice even though you've already rolled a 1?
I'm going to use both.
Oh my god! He's done it. He's done it. What's that added up to?
That's 13.
You've got it rolled a 13. Well, I'm going to use all 4 of my dice to try and deny you the spell and deny you your battle tactic.
Nope, you get 2 ones.
Oh, I wonder if that does out of me. I'll check. Right, so Michael's cast that spell, so he's done his battle tactic, and now he's completed his movement phase. So, as the Knight of Shrouds, that's not Knight of Shrouds, what's he called?
Which one?
The spooky boy on the horse.
That's my Knight of Shrouds.
Oh, it is Knight of Shrouds, yeah. Well, as he came towards me, I spent a CP for my Fast Riders to leg it. They ran 4 inches away. It's only a 6-inch charge for him still, but you might fail. And then there's just an absolute horde of ghosts here. Michael's brought down 20 of his what they call chain rasps. Yeah, they've jumped down, they've nicked that objective off me by way of numbers, so he controls it now. And then this flank of Michael's army is very, very bravely retreated away from my big hammer boys. So Michael's trying to pick on one flank of my army. So all that's left to do, Michael, is that 6-inch charge, isn't it?
Yep. So, Night of Shrouds. 5.
He's failed.
I'm going to have to use the command point you got. And hope for the best.
Yep. He's in. I'm going to have to unleash hell as you charge in. I unleash hell from my 3 fast riders. They'll hit on 5s and wound on 4s. It's not very good, but I've got to do something before he chops them down. Ah, I knew if I said that. So I've got 3 hits, 4s. Oh, nice. That's 3 saves for your knight. I shot him twice.
Then he's 6 ward.
I shot him once. Right, so it's the Knight of Shrouds up against the Fast Riders.
So you get 5 attacks.
Yep. And he's got mad rerolls because he hates everyone.
Yep. Because he's got his command trait Hatred 11, reroll hits and wounds. 6s automatically wound. It's a good job I'm not like 1 hit, reroll these.
Good job he's angry.
Right, he's not doing the best.
He's not that angry.
No.
He's not very angry at all.
And then 3 to wound. 2 at -1.
Okay, 5s. He
Well.
bounced off.
Well, one thing we forgot to do is slit.
Slitter.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pick your commander of the unit.
Okay.
If I roll 2 or more, he's dead.
Ghost Horse.
1 hit.
4s and 4s, is it? Yep. Oh,
1
there's a
wound.
wound.
No wound.
Yeah, so the horse injured one of them.
1 damage.
Stormcast hitting back the -1 to hit because the Knight of Shrouds roll is 6 or better when he was charging in. So I hit him on 4s. Only 3 hits. Wounded on 3s. Oh, nice. That's 3 wounds. It was minus doesn't matter to you, does it?
Nope. So 4s.
Oh!
Nice. He's not having a good day. That's single damage.
Single damage.
So
Yeah.
6s.
Oh, there we go. That's alright. He takes another wound. Ooh. Okay, end of Michael's turn. He's on 3 points, I'm in 5. He completed his battle tactic and he controls that objective there. So all that's left to do is roll to see who's going first in turn 2. And Michael has set himself up because he definitely wants to go first in his turn. So dice off. I got a 6.
Not going first.
I'm going first. Unless I let you go first. I'm not. Goes into Stormcast turn 2. We've just remembered Michael's special, age wasting away thingy-majig. So you've got the Liberators here.
My 2+.
Yeah.
So a D3.
Yeah, so one of them dies. And then we've got Beric. Please don't hurt Beric.
2+.
Thank you. Then you've got the Steel Heart Champions. Yep. One of them dies, yeah. And then Yndrasta. Free she has a 4+ ward save. So she takes a wound. Okay, Stormcast turn 2. Battle tactic I've picked is Intimidate the Invaders. You normally pick this one turn 1, but on this battle plan setup, it's a little bit harder to get out your territory, but I should be able to do it this turn. I've got my 2 CP. My heroic action, I'm going to do heroic recovery on Yndrasta. So I've just got to roll a 10 or less with 2 dice. She doesn't heal up that wound. Okay, so Stormcast movement phase done. The Fast Riders legged it from the Knight because I can't see him rolling that badly again. The Liberators have moved up onto the Storm Vault, try and charge down and stab up some ghosts. Beric has also moved to charge and stab up the ghosts. We've got the Fast Riders who might try a long bomb into them. We've got the Annihilators who have struck down with lightning, and they are going to zap the Chain Rasps and what are these lads called? Revenants. My Paladins are super slow. They advanced and they only rolled a 1, so they've basically just stepped down to get closer. Yndrasta has advanced, so she's flying up the flank of the army, and our Liberators have just moved up on top of this Storm Vault. So I'll roll for the lightning blasts from the Annihilators, so onto the Chain Rasps. Yep, and they take 1 mortal wound.
6. Yep.
Your other unit also gets zapped, they take 3 mortal wounds.
Yep.
Are they 1 wound or 2 wound each?
1 wound.
So 3 of them go down. The charges, the liberators, are going to go charge into the chain rasps. They need to roll a 6. They've failed, whoops. My Knight Questor, he fancies it though. He needs to roll a 4. He's in. Right, the Steel Hearts champions, they need to give him a hand, they need to roll a 10. Nope. And the Annihilators, oh actually, you know what, if they go that way, that'd be easier. So they're only 9 inches from them. So they'll, well, you pick, don't you, once you've rolled? See what they roll. I'll be picking out with that roll. Oh, well, I'll use a CP on the Annihilators. So I'm down to 1 CP, and I will try again. I need a 9. Oh, no. Okay, my Knight Questor, who's the only person who made the charge, he's going to fight 20. Oh no, it's only 19. He'll be alright. He's going to fight 19 ghosts on his own. So, I've got 1 CP left. So I'll spend it on the Celestial Vindicator's special command thing. So, anytime I roll a 6, that'll cause an additional hit. And the Knight Questor's rule is, if he rolls a 6 to hit, that'll cause 2 mortal wounds. So if I roll a 6, I'll cause 2 mortal wounds and I'll gain an additional hit. And then if he rolls a 6 to wound, he'll cause double damage. So I just need to not spanner these rolls up. Wish me luck. So that's 1 hit, and then an additional hit from that, but that also causes 2 mortal wounds straight away. Then roll for these 2, which you'll need to roll a 3+. Oh, so that's another 2 damage from that. So if you fail to save, of course. So save for that. Just 1. Just 1 save.
Yep.
Nope. So you've took 4 damage in total.
6s.
So he donked 3 ghosts. Alright, so Michael thinks that you can't get the benefit of the 6 to hit causes 2 mortal wounds and the 6 to hit generates an additional hit. But if that was the case, then I would have spent my CP on all-out attack, which would have got me extra hits, and we would have just ended up the same place with 3 ghosts getting donked. But if someone does know the answer to that, can you put it in the comments, because I don't like reading.
Every little helps.
Right, my poor Knight Questor, who's been abandoned by all his mates, is now surrounded with ghosts. So, Michael, take it away.
Counted up to 23 attacks. I'm looking for 6s, not all wounds. I'm getting a +1 to hit with my chain gas, and then I get a +1 to my wound for my guided assaults.
3 to wound. Oh,
Not too bad.
oh no. That was 14 wounds caused to my Knight Questor. He's got a 3+ armour save. I really should have saved that command point for all-out defence, but oh well. 3+ saves. 1 wound, 2 wounds, 3 wounds, 4 wounds, 5 wounds, 6 wounds. He's dead. Explode on his way out as he goes back to Azir. Yeah, he's going to take one of them with him, hopefully.
Is he? No, he's
No.
not.
Oh, he grabbed him and he was like, no. What are you doing?
I'm now bringing back 3 models to the unit with my Spirit of Torment, because in the end of the combat phase.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I scored the big... I didn't really have a very good turn. I've just lost my Knight Questor, but I've scored 5 again. Did the battle tactic, so consider Michael intimidated by my actions. I don't have this objective still, but I do have this one. I do have that one, and I also have that one. And there's a great big gaggle of ghosts over here, so it's over to Michael's turn 2, see what he's got in store for us. Okay, so Nighthaunt turn 2. Hope the camera can focus on this. Overwhelmed with dread. Basically, his battle tactic, he just has to put one of his Nighthaunt debuffs on one of my units. They normally cause them by charging, so he's got absolutely loads of units he can charge with, so he should be able to get that battle tactic pretty easy. And then your heroic action is going to be to heal the knight.
Yep.
Yeah, you've done it, so you'll get D3 wounds back. 1.
He's back up.
I'm going to try and generate a command point with Yndrasta. Yeah, I did. Okay, so Michael's movement phase is done for his Nighthaunt, so there's a few things we need to go over. Michael cast his spell. So that
Shade Mist.
Shade Mist is now on this unit of Chain Rasps. -1 to wound them, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. his ghosts keep running away. They were cowards in life, and now they are cowards in death. Running away from my big boys and my big girl. These lads, these ghosty boys are chasing down my far striders, and then you've got your buffing units behind your lines. So you're doing well. And then we've got shooting wise, I didn't realise it, but these two spinny boys with the big chains, they've got a 15-inch range on their shooting attack, and they're going to whip some annihilators because they've got -2 rend.
So they get +1 to hit because of themselves.
Alright, that's
and
nice.
then they're going to get +1 to the wound because of the guardian. So hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. Looking for 6s. That's 3. 2 -2.
So 4+ save for annihilators. Yes, you injure an annihilator. Over to Michael's charges. So he's got the Knight of Shrouds has jumped because he can fly. He's flew over behind the unit. So you're going to charge with him first.
Yep.
He's
Always in like that.
go wherever he likes.
So he's going to give them a -to their save.
Which unit's he going for? The Fast Riders. Okie dokie.
Guys who've escaped first.
Yeah. Are the chain rasps going to help from the other side? They most certainly are.
I'll give you another -2 save.
I don't like that. Okay. What about these spooky chaps?
So these guys are definitely one in.
Yeah.
Get an extra attack when they charge, so... Yep,
They're in. Are you doing your chain rasps over here?
Yep. See where they end up.
8-inch charge, mate. Okay, start of the fight phase. Michael's going to pick his Knight of Shrouds to start with first, and he's also going to use his hero ability that you get to pick another unit wholly within 12, which will be these spooky boys here. They'll also attack at the same time he attacks, and he's going to use his slitter to try and kill Falcon Man again.
So this... Hopefully it's better than the first turn. Looking for a 2. And there you go, the model's dead.
Oh, is it equal to?
obviously-
It's equal to or over? Oh, so you picked the model as well.
Whichever one's your best one.
Oh. There you go.
Hopefully it'll hit this time. There's 1 auto,
Yeah.
and then 2 hits.
Then the rerolls.
Rerolls.
Remember that all that hatred. So you got an extra hit there.
Yep.
Get too excited, aren't you? Can't keep it in a tray.
It's because I'm doing something. So, 2s. So there's
4 in total.
4 at -1.
Yeah, there's one alive on 1 wound.
That was 2 damage each.
There's none alive.
I was going to say...
So the Fast Rider's dead. So I'm going to roll for their lightning bolts as they go back to Isaiah. The blue dice are going against the Knight of Shroud. Any 6 mortal wound. So of course immortal wound to the chain rasps.
6.
Yep. So take one of them out with me. Right. Next fight. What are these blade ones called?
They are Blade Geist Revenants.
Blade Geist Revenants. They're attacking my Liberators. So I'm going to use my 1 CP for all-out defense. I don't think it's going to be enough to save. There's only 7 wounds there. But take it away, Michael.
So because I charged, they get a 1 to their attack. There's
Yeah.
2 that aren't in combat. Then they're getting a +1 to the hit and +1 to the wound because of the overballs.
Enough reasons.
So 6 is all wounds.
Oh God. Wounding on a 2. Oh Lord. Oh no. That was 19 wounds caused to my Liberators. They've got -1 rend on the swords. I used all out defense, sorry, so that means I'm on my 4+ save. Oh Lord. No, that is absolutely terrible. They're all dead. An ambulance. But not for me. 1 wound.
6s.
Next fight is my Annihilators, which are hit by 2 debuffs. They've got -1 to hit from the spooky boys who charge them, and then there's -1 to wound from a spell. Is that right?
Yep, sure.
Yep. So these are going to be 4s and 4s. And you've used a CP to go
Discorporate.
discorporate. Oh, I only hit you 3 times. Terrible. I did a wound.
So my normal saves a 5.
Yeah, that's 2 damage.
Looking for 5s. Killed
back 2 ghosts. Next up, the chain rasps attacking the annihilators. That's going to be 33 attacks.
So, hitting on 4s, but wounding on 3s because of charge.
Okay. Ooh. Do they have the 6 to hit thing as well?
Yep, every unit.
Wound.
Not bad.
Cool. 7 2-up saves for the annihilators. I failed 1. Next up will be Steelheart and Oberyn have piled into the chain rasps. So Steelheart has 3 attacks. He's hit twice. Oh. -1 to wound, so he's only caused 1 wound.
4.
So he stopped it. And Oberyn's got 2 attacks. He's gonna. Am I -1 to hit? No. Alright, so he hits on a 4. Yeah, and he wounds on a 4. No, he didn't do anything. Then at the end of the fight, because of Layload of Tyrants, they'll do mortal wounds on a 3+. Yep, because 3 mortal wounds to the unit for Layload of Tyrants.
So 6s. Or am I still discarding?
Doesn't matter anyway. One dies. Shock phase, Michael paid a CP for an auto pass on his chain rasps. So next up is just rolling for the ability that wastes my units away. So you got Steelheart's champions.
So D3.
That's 2+ in it.
2 plus D3.
Yeah, so it kills Oberyn and leaves Steelheart on a wound. Does Oberyn zap you on his way out? He does not zap you. Oh, goodbye, Oberyn. Who's next? Yndrasta?
Yep.
Yeah, she does. She takes 2. She's got a 4 ward save. Yeah, she takes another wound. So it brings us to the end of the turn. Michael scored 3 points again. Get this out of the way, because it's roll to see who goes first in turn 3. I would very much... I win ties. Go 2.
I'm going first.
Oh no. Okay, so turn 3, Nighthaunt are going first this time, so I'm getting the dreaded double turn happening to me. Michael has picked Intimidate the Invaders, the same one I went for. It will put him a little bit out of action though to do it, but it'll score him 2 points, so it's a little bit of swings and roundabouts, isn't it? It's because in this battlefield, the territory sort of goes up to this walkway here, so if he moves, he's already got 3 units in it. So if he get 2 of his heroes, or those little spinny chain dudes, over past that line, he'll get Intimidate the Invaders, but he has to stay there till the end of the turn, so he can't charge over and help in this combat here in the centre. So that's what he's going for. Battle tactics wise, what are you going for heroic action wise?
I think I'm going to heal the Knight of Shrouds.
Okie dokes, yep, so pass a bravery test.
Yep.
There you go, he's back to full. I'm going to heal Yndrasta. I failed again! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Right, so spell time, so we're casting a spell.
Oh, we haven't been doing our magic dice.
Yeah, we're going to do it now.
No.
Trust us. I know what I'm doing. Roll down, roll dice. There's 1 for you.
No.
Yeah, you got an extra one because it worked for both. So now you're casting...
Spectral Lure. I'm going to try and heal the unit.
Alright, yeah, sweet.
So it's cast on a 6.
You've done it. I can't stop you. So you're picking the chain rasps over here, are you?
Yep.
And you're going to heal back D6 of them, is that right?
Yep.
Oh, he's getting excited. Oh, what is it? Can't even see.
What do you want, a 3 or a reroll?
I can't even see it. Let's roll again.
2.
It's a 2. 2 chain rasps come back. Blue! So the end of Michael's movement phase was Nighthaunt. He's moved 5 of his units into this territory along here. That'll give him Intimidate the Invaders as long as they all stay there, which I think he's planning on doing. Then we've got these Blade Gas Revenants, they're called.
Yep.
Yep. They've moved along. They're going to do a charge. Michael's army is allowed to fall back and then charge again. So the chain rasps fell back out of combat. Then I tried to do a sneaky move and do a redeploy with my annihilators, but I fluffed it up and only rolled a 1, so they basically took a back step. One thing I will mention is that I keep forgetting that in Age of Sigmar you have like what I call sticky objectives, as in once you control it, it's still yours until it's took off you. I'm used to playing 40k where that's not the case for all units, but that is the case. So I keep sitting my units on objectives, thinking I need to keep them, but I can just tag them and then leave. So yeah, these Liberators are going to be getting the Nike trainers on and legging it across here as soon as it's my turn, and Yndrasta needs to pull a finger out as well. So a bit of shooting from Michael, and then it's going to be charges and combat again. Yep, so these lads using the massive chains to attack my Annihilators again.
Looking for 3s and 2s, got a base. There's 2 auto.
Wow.
And there's 1.
So that's 3 4-up saves.
Nice.
Yeah, so you kill an Annihilator. Yeah. Now the Blade Geists are going to charge in. Ooh!
No, I'll command point reroll.
You're going to command point reroll it. Okay, to get yourself a 3. No, that's easy, easy. Go wherever the like now. I'll just roll for the chain rasp while we're here.
Yeah, that'll do.
Sound. But that doesn't give you the benefit. Don't you have to roll 7 for your benefit?
I think it is 4 plus.
Oh wow.
4 to 7 to get the first one.
Oh, then you have a better version on a higher. Ah. Okay, so combat. The Revenants are in, the Chain Rasps are in, so there's a little marker here saying -1 to hits, that's what you've picked as a debuff, yeah?
And the -1 to your save roll.
And -1 to my save roll as well. I am going to have to use a command point for all-out defence then, aren't I? So all-out defence on my Annihilators.
24 attacks, looking for 6s.
Freeze, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, that's quite good. That's 12 armour saves for the Annihilators. It would be -1, but I played all defence to cancel it out, so it's going to be 12 2 plus armour saves. I make all of them. Okay, so the Annihilators, who are surrounded with ghosts, are going to split their attacks. The champion, because he's fighting the Chain Rasps, and then we've got the other Annihilator fighting the Revenants. It's going to split their attacks between them. The blue dice are my champion. So that's only 2 hits. Got a cameo. Hello, my brother Gareth. So it's freeze to wound. It's just a wound on your Chain Rasps.
So 5 plus. No.
1 dies. Next up is the Revenants. They're not piling in because they need to stay where they are to get the get a buff from one of the characters. So get your attacks ready, mate.
I'm going to do the Annihilators first. 6 attacks. Looking for 2s and 2s. 2 autos. So 5 at -1.
So 5 2-ups because I cancel it with my all-out defence. 5 2-ups. Yeah, make all them as well. That's 17 armour saves made for them so far.
15 attacks at you all, guys.
You got him? Yeah. Oh, cool, Steel Heart.
He might be dead.
Might very well be dead. Oh Lord. You've got to make 13 5-up armour saves. Oh, he did quite well. He's still dead though. Bolts. No. Michael's turn, he scored 4 points this time because he's now captured 2 objectives. He did intimidate the invaders because he's got 5 units along this board edge here. So it's over to Stormcast's turn 3. Okay, so Stormcast turn 3. I'll show you, see if it looks at it. I'm doing lightning shattered morale. So I've got to basically pick a unit that's got a bravery value of 10. These lads here, they've got bravery 10. If I make any of them flee during the battle shock phase, I achieve my battle tactic. So, yeah, that's the plan. I don't think that's going to work, to be honest with you, but I've looked through the battle tactics. It's all I've got. Now, heroic actions. Yndrasta over there. Stop failing bravery checks and heal. Finally, she gets back D3 wounds. 2, so she's back to full. Thank God for that. Thanks Sigmar for that. Michael, what are you doing?
I will go for a command point.
Yep. He gets it.
Okay.
Which means he's going to be saving it for the end of the turn, so he auto passes morale with that unit and stops me getting my battle tactic. Great. Okay, so I've moved. My Liberators have advanced, or run, whatever it's called in Sigmar. My Retributors have just moved up because I'm intending to charge. Yndrasta's moved up because she is also intending to charge. My Annihilators are still just stuck in combat, duking it out. Now, the Yndrasta is going to throw Fengar, her spear, at the spooky boys, whatever they're called. Her spear is a 2+ and a 2+ when shooting. So here he comes the 1. Nope, so she's hit. She's wounded. So it's the ward save.
Falls.
Oh wait, do you have a save?
Yeah.
I didn't want you to roll that. I needed you to fail the damage D6. You've just messed my plan up doing that. Right, charges. So next up, charges. I'll roll for my Retributors first. Oh no, wait, no. I'll roll for Yndrasta because if she rolls a big roll, she can make it to the Revenants and hopefully beat them up and give me my battle tactic still. So roll big. No, that's enough to make it to the Chain Rasps though, so she'll just go for Chain Rasps. And then the Retributors, they'll roll a charge. They rolled a 7 as well, so they're in. Okay, first up it will be the Retributors attacking the Chain Rasps. I've used all out attack on them, so they're hitting on 2s. But the first thing you roll for is this Star Mace thing. 2+, it causes 2 mortal wounds to the unit.
Because I discorporated, I get a 5+1.
Yeah, so he donks 2 ghosts. Now the lightning hammers. They're going to hit on a 2+, but if they roll a 6, they cause 2 mortal wounds and the attack sequence ends. Wound rolls. The 6 5-up saves. Yeah, so that's going to be 10 mortal wounds to deal with. Well, sorry, 10 wounds to deal with, because of the mortal wounds as well. Take a look. Yeah, so you lose, what's that, another 6? Next up is the Revenants. He's keeping them like this so he can still get his buff from his hero character. So I'm going to use all-out defense and my last CP on the Annihilators.
So looking for 3s.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2s on the wound. So 3 at -1. 5 at -1.
5 at no minus because of the all-out defense. So nope, no damage. It's 22 in a row now for them. So Yndrasta has piled round the Chain Rasp, so she's now in contact with the Revenants, and she's going to give them a good spearing. She's got 4 attacks that hit on freeze. That's why I don't like this, freeze to hit. So I've got 2 hits, but it is 2s to wound. Yep, so that is 2 saves for your Revenants.
So 4s. Save 1.
That's 3 damage.
6 ward.
So she takes down 3 of them. Next up be the Chain Rasps. 5 of them are going to attack the Paladins, the Retributors, and then 1 of them is going to take on Yndrasta.
So it'll be 4s. 1 more round.
Yep. She's fine. Oh.
1 all.
Fine. Next up, the Annihilators will put all of their attacks into the Revenants. So these are going to be freeze and freeze. That is 5 saves.
In my Revenants.
Yep.
4s.
That's 6 damage.
And then 5s, 6s.
You lose 5 more. You've just 2 Revenants alive, so that would obviously probably get me the battle tactic if they would fail their battle tactic. Sorry, fail their battle shock. But the Knight of Shrouds, he had a command point at the beginning of his turn, so he's going to use that. They're going to auto pass, so it means it's just the Chain Rasps to take a bravery check. 8, the bravery 8, so basically any dice, whatever he rolls is how many more he loses. He loses 3 more. End of my turn 3. We need to roll for the your thing for the dying as well. I scored 2 points. I didn't get my battle tactic because Michael passed his bravery check. I desperately need to go first in this next turn so I can charge out and cause some damage. So Michael desperately wants to go first. Well, I'll tell you what, roll see if you hurt Yndrasta first. You do? Cause 3 mortal wounds to her. She's got a fort ward save. She takes 2 wounds. Now, more importantly, who is going first in turn 4? I roll a 3. Yes! Okay, no battle tactics to mention this turn because I've checked them. I can't do any of them. So I'm going to have to go for capturing objectives instead. So, heroic action, I'm going to try and generate an extra command point with Yndrasta on a 4+. I do. I get an extra one. Michael's doing the same. And he doesn't. Oh. So, over to my movement. Okay, so I've spent the CP command point to make sure that these Liberators move the full 6 on their run. So they've secured me that objective there. Next up, Yndrasta is going to throw her spear into those 2 Revenants. Yeah, she hit. She did not wound though. First up in combat will be the Paladins attacking the chain rasps. When the CP and discorporate, start off with my star shatter mace, what it's called. Yeah, the hits on does 3 mortal wounds. Yeah, so there's 1. I'll just do the champion, see if the champion can finish the last one off. So he's done 2 mortal wounds straight away, then he's hit with that one. So no, so it's just 2 more mortal wounds to deal with. Yes, so the champion got the last of them. So it's over to your Revenants. 2 Revenants against the Annihilators.
Yep. 3s and 2s.
I might as well all out defense.
So 2 auto.
I used the free one for that actually.
So 3 at -1.
3 at minus nothing. Oh, the failed one finally. Got the Annihilators attacking the Revenants. Freeze and freeze. That's a 2. Freeze. Yeah, 3.
4s.
Yeah, 2 damage.
6s.
Yeah, takes them out. Of Stormcast turn 4, managed to score 3 points. Like I say, I couldn't get any points for battle tactics because I can't do any of them. So I've secured this objective, and then because I remembered that objectives are sticky in Age of Sigmar, them 2 still belong to me. So it's over to Michael's retaliation. Okay, so Nighthaunt turn 4. Here is the battle tactic Michael's going for. Mass picnic. Panic even. So as long as he gets with 3, what's that? You get 3 units within 3 of mine or something like that. You get it. You scare my Stormcast. So yeah, we don't want that. So it's over to your hero phase stuff. What you doing?
Just going to get a command point.
Command point. He is not getting a command point. I will try the same with Yndrasta. Wait. No, I won't. She's going to heal. She's going to heal. Yes, she's going to heal back. Yeah, she's back to full. Right, we'll roll the dice, see if we get the extra magical wind dice. Yes, yes, oh, you spoiled for choice. What spell are you going for?
I'm going to do Shade Mist.
Yep.
So 6.
Really might as well use 2 extras. Yeah, you've done it. I can't stop it. Shade Mist. Is that cast onto a unit?
Yeah, so I'll give it these.
Okay, so Nighthaunt have completed their movement phase. They've held back a little bit from redeploys, but these 2 Eager Beavers activated my redeploy from my Annihilators, who've basically took a step back. So if any charges happen over here, all of these Stormcast are going to get dragged into the fight. It has isolated the Liberators a little bit, but it is what it is. These 2 chain boys whipped at Yndrasta but did no damage, because that's why I give her a shield. So it's over to charges now, Michael.
Night Shrouds. Get him a second.
Yeah, Night Shrouds is in. Who's next?
Attempt the Chain Gas.
Chain Ghasts. That won't be enough. Are you re-rolling?
We'll leave them.
Okay.
Got the Guidance of Souls. He doesn't either.
He doesn't either. Oh, spooky charge rolls.
I'm going to have to re-roll him.
Okay.
So down 2 command points.
Yep. Oh, no.
I'm going to have to attempt the swingy guys. They're in.
Oh, they go wherever they want them.
And then my Reapers need to get in.
Yeah, they're in. We'll come back after Michael moves in his charges. Yeah, first up to attack is the Reapers. Now, they've got no choice but to drag the Annihilators in because of how I positioned him with the redeploy, but he's choosing not to pile in anymore because he doesn't want to also drag in the Paladins because that would be a bad day to be a ghost. So, these are all on Yndrasta, yeah?
Yep. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. So 8 at -1.
4 up saves for Yndrasta. She takes 3 wounds, but she's got a 4+ ward save. She takes 2 wounds. And with a big bell on a stick.
Again, 3 and 2.
Hits her twice. Donks her twice.
2 -1.
-1. 4s. Yeah, damage on that.
Is that both?
Yeah.
2d3.
Oh, 6 damage to Yndrasta. Nice. This could kill her actually if I fail all these. I do not fail them all, so she takes 2 damage, so she's down to 4. My Annihilators have stepped up to attack and help out Yndrasta. Now, I've got 1 CP left and I'm not spending it because if this unit Stormcast get battered by the Knight of Shrouds and his 2 Chain Ghosts, I will spend that 1 CP on Call to Aid and I'll bring in a fresh unit of 5 onto the battlefield instead. So, I'm not doing any commands in the combat phase, or fight phase, whatever it's called in Sigmar. So, Annihilators. Freeze. Followed by freeze. That's 4 saves for your Reapers.
4s.
Yep, so that'll be 4 damage. You've played Discorporate, so you've got 5 to save. Ooh, is that 4 of them dead?
Yep.
Well, dead again. Next up's the Knight of Shrouds,
So
attacking into the Liberators.
we're going to make the other guys next one fight with him, part of his ability,
Yep.
and issue an auto attack for free
Yep.
with his ability, and then we're going to do Slitter, see if we can get rid of a model.
2+.
Nope.
Oh, he's done it again.
Start with a Knight of Shrouds. So 5s rerolled and hit some wounds. 3s.
Good
Reroll
job.
them.
I take it that doesn't work against undead, because they're dead. Surely it doesn't work against undead.
No.
Yeah. Full house, and that's 2 auto wounds, right?
That's reroll.
No, they were 2 hits, and then you've re-rolled. No, that's okay. These are your hit rolls, so you've done 2 auto wounds.
Yep.
Yeah, then you've got 3 hits.
He's within range, so he's actually wounded on 2s.
Oh, so that's 5, yep.
Yep.
At minus.
-1.
5 at -1, so it's 5s. So you killed 4 of them.
Yep, that's 2 damage each.
Yep, 4 of them dead. You're only in range of 1 Stormcast, so I'll try and zap your ghosty boys with the chains. Yeah, zap one of them.
Yep. 6. Yep, one's down to 1 wound.
Cool. Michael was trying to not attack, but you don't have to pile in, but you do have to attack. So, and he's got 2-inch range on his chain, so he's having to attack me. And I've only got 1 wound left because a horse just kicked that Stormcast in the face.
There's 2 auto.
Yeah.
Them wound on 2s.
Oh, we're doing too well.
4 -2.
Yep. -2. Yeah. Wow. So I need to roll. Well, I don't need to. I want to actually fail these. So please don't roll. Please don't roll 4 6s. No. He dies. And see if I zap you on the way out. Oh.
6s. No, one's down.
Nice. He takes one with him as well. Come to Asia with me. Show you the sights. Well, did so well. Thank you very much. I'm going to spend this CP, and then. Whoa, we're going to nick this objective. Hello. That's not gone too well for Michael. He's slightly overperformed. So the call to wage, you can do it once per game, 1 CP, bring back a new unit of 5 Redeemers. So there you go, that's 5 of them back. They've nicked this objective. Now, for Michael Gay's battle tactic, this unit of Reapers need to still be alive because they are petrifying these 3 units here. It's Yndrasta's time to attack. She's got -1 to hit and -1 to wound. So she's hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. So she's hit twice. She's wounded twice.
4s. Save 1.
That's 3 damage.
5s.
So she takes out 3 of the Reapers. Have you got 1 CP so you can make them all pass at the end in battle shock? Right, sound. So Michael, I'm not the only person bringing people back, so this cheeky chappy here in the cage, he's just brought back those 3 ghosts that I just killed are now back again. So you still got to do your battle shock though, but you're going to auto pass with your CP that you've got left, yeah? So that is the end of turn 4. We'll do a round up on the points then. So at the end of turn 4, Stormcast are on 15 points and the Nighthaunt are on 13 points. Michael needs to roll, see if he does his waste away thinking Yandrasta. He does. It's 1 wound to her, which she ignores. So now, more importantly, we're rolling for priority for the last turn of the game. A 6.
Oh, Alan. Who went first? It was you.
Me?
Yeah.
So it's me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Turn 5. Okay, so Stormcast, final turn of the game. There's an Annihilator back because Yandrasta returns a model of up to 3 wounds back to every unit within 12 inches of her. So really she should have been in the centre of my line all game, but it is what it is. She flew off turn 1. So she's going to try and generate an extra command point. I'm going to save Finest Hour for next turn. So nope, she doesn't get an extra command point, so I've only got the 2. So it's going to be onto my movement. Michael, you try to get a command point as well? No, you don't either. Okay, so my Liberators have moved up to the edge of the Storm Vault, and then the Chain Rasps redeployed further away because my grand strategy is to have the only battle line units left on the battlefield be my own Redeemer units, and Michael still has these 10 Chain Rasps on the board and he has these 6 Reapers on the board. The Reapers should be dealt with by Yandrasta and the Annihilators, so it was up to the Liberators to deal with these chaps, but they've legged it. So charge is a little bit further for them, so I might have to re-roll the charge. So all that's to do is Yandrasta is going to throw her spear into those Reapers. Hits on a 2. Wounds on a 3 because they've got that -1 debuff. Yep. 1 save. 4. Damn. The Liberators need to roll an 8 to make it down into the Chain Rasps. They're in. So first up, the Liberators are going to have to beat to death this character first. This Stormcast's going to hit the Chain Rasp, but these other 4 are going to try and beat him to death. I'm going to use a CP for the Celestial Vindicators special command for the exploding 6s. So any 6 is 2 hits. Nice. Freeze to wound him. 8 saves.
4s.
Failed 4 by the looks of it. Yeah. Hold the averages, Batman.
And then cover discorporated. He's got 5+ ward.
So he's took 3 wounds.
3.
How many does he have left?
Down to 2.
Oh, I've got the big hammer to hit him though. Big hammer. Grand hammer. It hit him twice. Wounded him twice as well. Oh dear.
4s.
Yeah, it's 2 damage to him.
5s.
Got him. Douche for Sigmar. The last Stormcast donking these, whatever they're called, Ghost Boys. Yeah, he hit him twice. And he wounded him twice. So 2 saves.
On my normal chain.
On your Chain Rasps, yeah.
So 5s. Nope.
Then 6s.
Nope.
Yeah, so he donks 2 of them as well. Well, the Reapers are up next. They're doing 3 of them onto the Annihilators and 3 of them onto Yandrasta. Yandrasta's only got, well, she only got like
4 wounds.
She's only got 4 wounds left. I don't want to die in, so I'll do all-out defense on her for my last CP. She's got a 2+ save now.
So I've got no buffs to my hits, but I've still got a +1 to my wound. So 4s and 2s. Nope.
Uh-oh.
So then got again 3s and 2s. 1 auto. And 2. 3 at -1.
3 at -1 on Yandrasta, yeah?
Yeah.
So freeze. She failed 1. So 1 damage. She's got a 4+ ward. Yeah, she's okay. She's a tough girl.
You have 6 attacks into the Annihilators.
Yes.
4s and 2s.
Nice. Lovely. Lovely. They're -1 as well, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, cool. These are 3 plus saves. What's the damage?
1 each.
Alright, so one of them's down to 1 wound. Next up, Yndrasta. She's going to attack. She hits on 3s, wounds on 2. So that's 3 hits. 9 wounds, so it should be 3s. Yeah, so that's 3 wounds on her, on them.
4s. Save 1.
That's 6 damage.
Only 6s.
Whip them out. She kills 5 of the ghosts, leaving 1 alive. Well, leaving 1, well, not alive.
We'll leave them definitely.
The Guardian of Souls has piled in, trying to help the chain rasps escape. He's piled in far enough so he's away from that objective, so the Liberators can't do lay low the tyrants on him.
So I've got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s.
Nice.
Mortal.
Ooh. Nice. What's the AP on that?
3 at -1.
3 at -1. Fail 1 to damage.
2 damage.
Right, so he kills a Liberator. Ooh. Next up, the 3 Annihilators beating that ghost into undeath. It'll be forced to wound because of the minus the debuff. 2 saves to make.
4s. Nope.
Yeah, 4 damage on the wards.
6s.
Oh, he tried, but he's gone. Okay. Here's what's happening. I'm on 18 points. Michael's on 13. Michael's grand strategy is to have at least 1 unit in my army petrified. That means having one of his units within 3 inches of me. My grand strategy is to have the only battle line units left on the battlefield to be my own Redeemers. So these 3 Liberators, which means I'd have to kill all of them. So what Michael's done is he's moved up. That objective's his. His Knight of Shrouds has moved up and heroically taken this objective here. So then the Knight of what's this guy called? Guardian of Souls. He arcane bolted in the movement phase 1 of the Liberator's dead. And now basically what Michael wants is to survive the combat, and he also wants my Stormcast to survive as well, so they'll be petrified. I want to kill all them chain rasps, but Michael's just not going to pile in with them, so I won't be able to get enough attacks on them. So basically Michael just has to not overperform with his attacks in combat here, and he'll score basically the most amount of points that he can score this turn. The Guardian of Souls, he's attacking first.
So he's hitting on 3s but wounding on 2s because of his own ability.
Yep. That's what you want. That's what you wanted.
There you go. -1.
-1. Yep, and my Stormcast made his save, so that's what you wanted. He's still alive. Excellent. Well done. Well done, sir. Michael's got 1 CP left, so he'll make sure that these all pass their battle shock, regardless of how well I did with my combat attacks from this 1 Liberator. So instead of attacking them, I'm just going to beat this Guardian of Souls so he's just a rag on the floor. Pay my last CP, so I've got Explodey 6s just to duff him up. It didn't work. 2 wounds on him though.
So 4s. Nope.
2 wounds on him. Ward save. 2 wounds off him. How has he got left?
So 3 left.
Right, grand hammer time. Roll double 6. No, hit him once, won't kill him. So wounded him though.
4. Save it.
He's all right. He's okay. We'll come back with the scores. So that is the end of the battle. Now, Michael thought he was battling for a draw because he didn't think he could do any of his battle tactics, but when we had a second look through, we found one here called Tide of Terror. Complete this tactic if at least 2 friendly Nighthaunt units are within half an inch of the same enemy unit. So the Guardian of Souls and the Chain Rasps are both within half an inch of this same Liberator unit, so they've completed that battle tactic. So when we add it up, Michael scored was on 17 points at the end of the game, but he also achieved his grand strategy because those Liberators are petrified, so he gets an extra 3 points for his grand strategy, which gives him a total of 20 points and me a total of 18, so well done, well done.
you?
Good game, good game. How close are our games turning out to be? That was great, wasn't it?
It was decent.
Decent, yeah. Yeah, well, it was. You did really, really well there. Pull it back at the end. I thought I had you.
I'm a bit nervous about using them, but rolls get you there.
Yeah. Well, all those debuffs you put on the units when you charge is fantastic. Every time we're rolling something, you go, you're -1, you're -1 there as well, you're -1 there. So they're great. But you've got to pick a man or ghost of the match.
Has to be the 20 Draenmass.
Yes. Yeah, they just held up everything for so long. I couldn't get past them. So, and plus that, you weren't going to do that, were you, at the start? And then I said, why didn't you just run a block of 20 instead? Then you were like, yeah, there'll probably just be a big speed bump, and then that's exactly what happened. So, I'm going to pick my men of the match as my Annihilators, because they're absolutely badass, and they pretty much ended up tanking the centre and donking everybody eventually. They just couldn't quite get over the last objective by the end. So, me and Michael managed to snatch the victory. So, it's great, isn't it? And the models are just amazing with those shields. I love them. But yeah, you've got more points of Nighthaunт, haven't you? So I think on your black coach looks great.
Nagash.
Oh, he's got Nagash, and I've got you know what I might do? I might at the end of the video, I might actually put like a little video of my other Stormcast in that cabinet, because we could have my Star Drake versus Nagash. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Well, we'll do that in the next game. We'll see you there. This is my cabinet in my front room, which I keep my Stormcast Eternals in. I also like to keep the artwork and the books in as well. So this shelf has got my Star Drake on there. It's got my Bastion Calphalos. Yeah, the units I've just been using in the game there. Then any like little trinkets that I get to match the army I like to keep in here. So we've got a bottle opener and the objective markers. I've got a Vexilla there. I've got a Lord Arcanum. I've got the crossbow, they're called Castigators or something like that. We've got two different Knight Questors. We've got the girl with a spear and this fellow with a giant great sword. Then we've got a Path to Glory event I went to. Got Best Army nominees, which I'm really happy about. We've got what you called Cronspire Incarnate, something like that. The Realm of Beasts, magical Roman thing. That'll be getting used a lot more actually in 4th edition, speaking of which, because of how they work now in the new edition. So expect to see that in the game once the new edition comes out. Got Lord Ordinator. Got more Wizards, Knight Heraldor. My Liberators, got Liberators with shields. Then on the bottom shelf there's Michael's Dracolions, which I painted for him. They just live here. Got a Astral Templar Knight Questor, the one who's got the Minotaur head. We've got a Hammer of Sigmar Praetor. Got some more Sequitors. Got a Lord Castellan, or Castellan, whatever he's called. There's my Paladins. I'm going to eventually have a representative of all the different storm hosts in my army. So far I've painted up an Astral Templar and a Hammer of Sigmar, but I'm going to do Knights Excelsior, the Hallowed Knights, the Anvils of the Helden Hammer, just because I think thematically it's cool to have like representatives of the other ones if you're doing narrative gaming. But yeah, I'll hope to be running some more of these, and God, you don't want to see my pile of shame I've got for Stormcast. It's absolutely insane.